But speaking of managers that have done well, how about Rob Edwards? What he's done on the budget that he has, they've had to bring in Andros Townsend, not knocking him as a player, but he hadn't played in a while, and he's come into the side. Ross Barkley, who I think a lot of clubs didn't want to take a risk on, he's lit up that side. They're unbeaten in 2024. We're in February now.
Rob's done great. He's took over a team that were doing well and sort of added to that and pushed them on another level. But not only Rob, the club of Luton need credit. They've had a plan that's gone back a number of years, and each year they've gradually got better and better and better. Why? Because they've stuck to an investment strategy where they've been able to invest in performance all the time, whether that's players, whether that's facilities. So you imagine what they can do now with this Premier League money. They've not gone gung-ho and spent a lot on the team this year, but they've added to it, so everything they've done is an improvement while still plans for the training ground, new ground, and that's the correct way to do it. And if they stay up this year, then it'll be a fantastic job while still reinforcing all that good work off the pitch.
And literally getting players, key players, on a free, like Andros. Who's been the outstanding candidate in terms of the managerial position so far this season for you? Because I mentioned Emery, I have to mention Edwards there. Who do you pick?
I think you have to say Edwards is doing a very good job. Obviously, bringing in players that he's brought in, that you're saying players like Ross Barkley has been a revelation. I think he's showing the qualities that we all know he has, and he looks like he's hungry to give those qualities to the project that Luton have. So I think that Rob Edwards would definitely be up there if he can keep them Luton in the league this year. He'd definitely be up there as one of the managers this season.
I think you could look at the very top of the table at the moment, Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. You know, when it looked like there was a big project needed in order to get Liverpool back off the back of last season, and it's been achieved, it would seem. And even the fact that Klopp has now said that he's leaving the club has kind of almost given them greater impetus towards the top and success this season as well. So, yeah, we've just talked about two ends of the table, haven't we? Rob Edwards at Luton Town, Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Different dilemmas, different, circumstances, and both having brilliant seasons.
Gary O'Neill, so unfortunate with some of the early season VAR decisions, which they received apologies for. It's not a question of opinion when apologies are given.
Yeah. But if we talk about Gary, we just said if Everton had their points, Sean Dyche would be above Gary O'Neill in the table, having dealt with all this. So there's another dilemma for a manager to deal with. Yeah, there's lots of people. If Ange and Spurs continue, I'd like them to get something out of this season, because that's a totally different. Looks like a totally different football club.
Some of the results of Areola has gotten at Bournemouth as well. Let's not neglect that.
After their bad start, definitely.
Lots of candidates.